For this project, we will be using lines and shapes to create an artwork. You should already know what a line is. It's just a dot that got dragged across the page, and you should be familiar with shapes. Shapes can be organic or geometric. The artist that we're focusing on for this lesson is named Gustav Klimt. He was born in Austria in 1862, and he was an expert at using shapes and lines in his art. He also loved to make his art glittery, sparkly, and golden. Klimt's artworks all have some kind of shiny, golden paint or leafing on them, and he would repeat shapes and patterns over and over again to create unity in his artworks. Unity means that things in your art look like they belong together or they match. Today, we're going to make collages in the style of Gustav Klimt, and we're going to glue or tape lots of different pieces of paper and do some drawings of patterns and designs with lines. You're going to create your own version of Klimt's portrait of Adele Bloch-Bauer. These are the supplies that I used for this project. You'll need paper or a piece of cardboard to work on, some aluminum foil, scissors, glue, and some magazines or junk mail that you can cut up. You can also use glitter glue if you have it. A sturdier piece of paper would work best, but if all you have is a regular piece of paper, that'll be fine too. I used a piece of cardboard for mine. If you also want to use some cardboard, use some scissors and maybe have some help from an adult and cut out whatever size of cardboard you want to work on. Then go through your magazines, find a picture of a person and cut it out. Glue it onto your cardboard or piece of paper and make sure that it's not too big or too small for your paper. Then go through your magazines and junk mail and try to find pictures with bright and fun colors. Cut them up into strips and little squares that you'll use later. Set your little pieces of paper aside and draw the outline of a dress or robe on your person. It's best if you use a dark marker or a Sharpie so that it stands out. Then comes the fun part. Use the little pieces of paper that you cut up and glue them all over your person inside the outline of the dress or robe that you drew. This is what it'll look like when you're done. Now you're going to draw or trace some geometric shapes behind your person. I like tracing, so I found a roll of tape and traced some circles. Then outline it with a Sharpie or dark marker so that you can see them clearly. Then, just like before, take your colored pieces of paper and glue them inside the shapes in your background. If you look closely, you'll notice that I tried to put the same kinds of colors in each shape. That's called a color scheme. The shapes in my background have blue and pink color schemes. Now grab a piece of aluminum foil if you have it, or something shiny that you can cut up to put on your art. Cut it up into little pieces, I did tiny triangles, and then glue it all over your art where you want it to be sparkly and shiny. I even added some gold glitter glue just because I felt like it. Now for the last step, take your Sharpie or dark marker and start drawing line designs all over your art in the background. Try to fill the space as best as you can. I also added triangle shapes, and you can add whatever patterns or shapes that you want also. Look how shiny and glittery the finished art is. I think Gustav Klimt would have been proud. Now, even if you don't have scissors or glue or magazines and paper that you can cut up, you can still do this project with a piece of paper, a pencil, and markers and colors if you have them. Start off by drawing a portrait. It can be someone you know, someone you made up, or you can even draw the lady from Gustav Klimt's portrait. Color it in with shapes, designs, patterns, and fun lines. If you have colors, use them. And if you have a Sharpie, use it to outline all your lines so that they stand out. Notice that I still drew shapes in the background and that I used color schemes. Also remember to fill in the background with all kinds of different lines. Just try to do your best with whatever supplies you have at home, and of course, have fun with this assignment.